Hello guys, it is Angel DeVille, and I did have a video going earlier, but I apparently hit the wrong button and I have to restart the video, so I'm a little upset about that. The main subject that I was on in the other video was I don't like doing watercolors, I don't like painting. I don't know why, but first it did not feel natural to me, and now it's like I want to just binge into just doing paints. I was doing touch-up work on the last video. There was a lot of, not really mistakes, but like overlaps on here. So I just redid some of the trunks. I just redid that one, this whole piece, that side here, and I added some to him. And I also did the skyline a little bit more. I kind of noticed though, like with watercolors, they dry faster, so that kind of works out for me, but I'm still kind of impatient with things, which is a reason why I don't like watercoloring. I do have a few more pictures I want to work on, but like I said, unfortunately, the video that I did do kind of got deleted. Well, I hit stop, and I probably shouldn't have done that. I felt silly. And the only reason why I have to redo this video, excuse me, was because I didn't like the angle of the lighting, so I tried to pull my phone up closer, and it just tipped. So my thumb hit the stop button, so I have to redo this now. And I'm okay with that. Luckily, I didn't get too far into any of the projects, so I'm happy with that. But I wanted to go through with this, add a little bit more subtle tones, I guess. And also, I am drinking coffee for the first time in a while. So if I seem pretty scattered soon and all over the place, that'll explain why. And no, it's just how my shirt is laying. If I do it like that, it works better. Yeah, I still look like crud. I don't understand why my camera is... Well, I don't even have full lighting on there. But this is my white that I have left. It's a really small tube. It is from the Pro... Okay, I don't know why, but my camera keeps going dark, and it's not even getting dark out. So I'm a little weirded out by that. Maybe I scoot it over some. Maybe that'll help me with my lighting. Maybe, sort of, kind of. Not really. Oh, yeah, it kind of worked. But this is from the Pro Art watercolors that a certain somebody that will permanently remain nameless. Oh, there we go. Who gave me these? Because I was also talking about this in the other video that got deleted, which I'm so upset about that. Is that a lot of my art supplies that I have, I don't even own. Like, I didn't buy half of these art supplies. Some of them, most of my art supplies were either given to me or I found them, which the only thing I really bought art supply-wise was the the food coloring. That's probably the only actual art supplies that I've really bought. Most of my crayons were given to me, markers, pencils, pens, some of the makeup that I have, like, it was given to me, or I found it. Like, most of, like, the bottles I have, I actually found these somewhere. I can't remember where. But I did end up finding these. So majority of my stuff I've never really had to buy. Or at least not fully buy, which I'm kind of okay with. That's an interesting blue. Looks a little too dark, though. Which I'm actually pretty okay with that, because then I, like, was able to put my money towards other things, which were still pretty silly and foolish, but I did stop for a while there. I've actually gotten a lot of my art, I wouldn't even call them art needs, but it was like, I have the money, I can do it. Which was a bad idea, because now I'm still in the same situation I've been in. So, but I'm not buying any more coloring books, which I don't really know why people can complain about that. Because you know that I deal with therapy, so if I can't come up with art, a coloring book is going to be my best friend. Which is very true, because doing coloring books, and with how many I have, which is basically a fucking drawer full, which the drawer isn't that big, but it's decent enough to where I can pack a good amount of books. Like, the one coloring book I have alone is that thick. So having a stack-ish maybe can fit in that drawer. So I'm doing pretty good. And a lot of them were from my childhood, from when I was obsessed with Bratz and stuff like that. So I can't get any kind of BS from that because I've already had those things since I was a kid. Yes, I should be coloring in those, finishing them, then getting a few more, instead of just leaving them go, only have a few pages colored, and then buying more coloring books. Okay, yeah, I can see where I went a little crazy, but it's still not as bad as what it could be. And like I said, with how things are now at the moment, I've actually... Oh, that was weird. You made a weird squeak, Missy. But, like, I'm not buying anything anymore. The only things I really do buy now with my money is just stuff for the cats and phone bill, because that's the only thing I can really afford to do at the moment. Okay, before I start getting into dark thinking and a little bit of depression thinking, I'm doing a little bit of white. It really is just a little bit. And I got paint on my fingers, which I actually found out you can peel some paints and you can also make other stuff with it. But I'm not that much of a fan into paint peeling, not like I used to. But, yeah. I have no idea what I'm doing. I kind of know what I'm doing, but I have no full idea what I'm doing. And I think I used too much paint already, like too much white paint. But I do have a few little projects I can use that for, so I'm not going to be too mad about it. Oh my god, that's so much paint. And so much whiteness. I don't know how to deal with this, but I can do it really thinly, so I'm good. And I'm just going across it very lightly with it. So just like show you guys, because I want to dip in a little bit more paint. Yeah, I'm like trying to do it and it's like, oh wait, and I gotta like tilt it down some. See? Barely touching it. I think this is also the first time I've actually used white paint that did not involve just a black background. Stomach, shut up. I'll feed you later. Yeah, no, I'm actually okay with that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty okay with that. Because then if I keep going, I'm gonna blop up somehow. Which... You know what? So if I do everything just light enough. I don't want to add too much bold white, but I just want enough to make it look. Just to give it a different feel. Okay. Don't know how well you guys can see that. There we go. I can see pretty nice from this angle. I actually like that. Let that dry up. Okay, now I can go into the dark art. Quick background on this one. This was just like a random idea, kinda. I can't really put you on top of you just yet. Well, you know, I can actually get away with the one side, yeah. This was just like a random quick do. I don't think I did a picture or a video for this, but there's a lot of things on here I need to touch up big time. Like, I want to work on this part more. I want to work on the creature itself more. I want to, like, there's a lot of stuff I want to work on. I probably did do a video for this, but I don't really remember if I did or not. I'm gonna toss you there. I'm actually gonna go keep doing with my small brush. I like using my big brush, but I only use my big brush if I need to get like a background done real fast. Most of the time though, I do prefer my smaller brush because I have more control, I think is what I'm looking for. I have better control over a smaller brush than I do my bigger brush. I'm using the actual watercolors again, the watercolor packet. Because I know I'm going to need more black. There's just no doubt about that. Like, there's a good chance I'm going to need more. So I'm going to take that out now while it's still in my head. Oh, and for the trees, I also did the same watercoloring, but with the brown, which was the very first packet, or the very first container. I really don't even know what to call these things. But I just took out the Pro Art watercolor black, lamp black. It's black. You don't need to give it a fancy name. It's just regular everyday black. No, I think I might use the bigger brush, the powder brush, but again, that's not going to work like I want it to. So even if this does take me longer than what I want, I'm still pretty okay with that. And there's a light green in here too, so I might go with that. Oh, also, not all of my pictures are going to be two-way pictures, like how I'm doing that one. Some of them are just going to be basic, plain one-sides. So, because I'm kind of noticing I'm just, like, roughly blowing through this right now. But like, I'm also thinking, like, well, I kind of can go a little fast with this one because I'm not using the base, like the back part for anything. So if paint does overflow, I'm okay with that. But I'm actually going to add a little bit of black in here now. And just a little dab it. Also, something I found out, and I actually like doing more now, is that I use hot water for my watercolors because I think it loosens up the paint more. Oh yeah, it's a lot better. And I'm not getting too close to the face. I know you guys can't see it, but I tried doing this upside down before and like it feels so weird. I'm not doing anything interesting yet. I'm just going around it with the black paint to darken up the sides a little bit more. That's another thing. I don't mind painting upside down or even drawing upside down really, but it feels really weird to me. So I may need to do another setup with the camera so I can be like this and you guys can see everything that I'm doing. But I'll come to that bridge when I come up to that part. I don't like the fact I need to like constantly dip that with this paint. Like I like it, but it's like it's also already getting a little bit annoying to me. I'm just trying to move a lot of the water paint around more than what I did because I like over dabbed it or over dipped it. There's like a lot of water in that tray now, so I think I'm pretty good on water for a while. Because I do like this hoodie quite a bit. Oh, I do show you guys how far I've gotten on this, at least on this one. Don't worry about if you see some edges, because I'm not really done. But it is gonna be covered up though. So a lot of the loose edges you might see, it's not as bad as what you think. I almost went down too far on that one edge. And I'm almost done. Yeah, I don't like how some of my sides are turning out. I kind of like it though. I'm almost out. Oh. It's gonna be a little much on that black of that last part, but it's okay. Alright, so that's it now. Which actually I like it a lot more since it's got that weird pale purple color in the background. And I'm gonna go do the the facial, whatever, Fraggles. And the only problem is though, because I don't want it bright green, I just want it like a darkish green. So I might have a dark green. I don't know. I'm really hoping I do. I found my dark green. I'm actually going to use my food coloring instead for the dark green. Because that's actually a pretty nice shaded green. Excuse me. Excuse me. Don't know how much green I'm going to need, so I'm going to squirt a good amount in there. I'm going to keep it as a watercolor, just because I think it applies better as a watercolor. Wow, that might be too green, but that might just be green enough. Actually, this is looking a little bit better with the slightly darker green tone. Not really gonna find out later though with the skin tone until it all dries, of course. But so far, I'm actually pretty happy with it. Like, yeah, okay, my hand isn't really the greatest right now. But, I kind of like it. I hate the fact that the watercolor keeps moving on me. But this is actually pretty nice. I might keep the eyes how they are though, like the more I'm going around them, I might keep them as is. It's like I'm not really too sure just yet. It's really weird. Yeah, I thought it was gonna need more like water with it all, but this is actually turning out a lot better. So glad I decided to redo this. Like, it's kind of hard to do some of the corners with this one. But I also didn't lay any sketch work to it. Which is basically most of my stuff anyway. I'm actually gonna have to go back in with the black after I'm done with this piece, like with the mouth and everything. I'm just gonna over with it with some water. Just like break up some of the colors. Like loosen it up a little bit, have it a little bit more of a slightly normal feel. Slightly normal. Because some pieces, like some sections on here is like really dark. So I'm trying to just lighten it up a little bit. So I remember the downfalls of working with water and cardboard, that the cardboard will eventually start sinking down some. Oh, this is my only problem at the moment. But no, other than that, like, it's going pretty nicely. Just realized I had a text message. I didn't know I didn't put enough black on that one side, but... Or enough green on that one side. But I think it's still gonna be fine, hopefully. I feel weird doing dark pictures. Because I'm so used to doing like the bright, colorful stuff. So doing something dark, it's like, what am I doing? Like, this does not feel right. Maybe when I was a kid, this would have felt right. But like now I'm doing this, it's like, this does not feel right at all to me. I'm gonna let that dry up. I don't really want to move it too much, so I'm just gonna let him dry for right now. Okay, I'm just gonna fix this spot first before I do. There's a few spots actually I need to touch up on. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this go for a little bit. I already showed you the ones I did finish, so he can come up here. I have him all teeter-tottered because I get to work on his mouth in a little bit. I have no room for everything, and my thing is about to fall over again. Not cool. So that's pretty much basically it now. It's just like the waiting game of. Like, that dried up nice that's done. Like, that dried up nicely. Yeah. Because I could see, like, where my stop button is right here. So it's like, crap, I don't know if you guys can see all of it. It's like, I always scoot over that extra little inch. That turned out fairly nice. Like, I like it. I kind of want to add more to it, but like, I know if I do, I'm just going to butcher it somehow. So I'm just going to leave her as is. And I'm going to sign it now while it's in my head. I'm not going to sign the date that I started it on. I'm just going to sign the date that I finished it on. Because that's how I did the one. But then it's like, well, now I'm just like now finishing it. So I don't really want to, you know. And now we got the little signature at the bottom. It's a little bit of a squibble, but it is there. I need a better pen, I think that's why. I should start on the creature, but it's like, I don't want to really mess it up. And that one is done. That's the only thing that's going to hold me back a little bit on the next project is just the creature. That's really it. And I actually might be back with a few more pictures. So for right now, I'm actually going to... I know that's my hand. So for right now, I'm actually going to cut the camera. And oh, my hair's getting long. Damn, my hair's getting long. Anyway, I will be back in a little bit because I want that to dry first. I'm going to take some pictures of what I've done already. And then hopefully I'll work on the creature. But again, I don't know what I'm doing yet with that. So I'll see you guys in a little bit.